Good morning, beautiful people. JT here, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon GO, and the Team Go Rocket event is now live, and I'm sure you can tell it's really early in the morning, but I want to smash this out as quickly as possible, so let's dive in. We have page 1 of 6 here, which is to win a raid, defeat 3 Team Go Rocket grunts, and catch 1 Shadow Pokemon, and luckily, there are grunts literally all around me. In fact, there's 3 right here, so let's quickly beat them up. We've caught the Shadow Pokemon, we defeated 3 Rockets, and now we have just defeated an unknown E-raid. I already got the shiny E, but I needed the raid anyway, so thank you so much, Dink and Bob's mama, for sending this to me. I really do appreciate it. There's our friendship. Fantastic. Let's see if we get a blue E, just because apparently some people are getting them. Now, they could still be full odds, we still don't know quite yet, but it would be cool if it wasn't. Shiny! No, not a shiny E, but again, I already have one, and I just really needed this to complete the task, so thank you again, Dink and Bobs. Now let's claim these rewards for page 1 of 6. We get the Hyper Potions, and then we're going to get ourselves an encounter with a Darumaka. Cool. And the second encounter is going to be with a, Galarian Darumaka. That actually has a decently high shiny rate, so good luck to you guys for that one. And our final rewards, looks like we're getting Pokeballs, we're gonna get some rare candies, and some XP. And now we can move on to page 2. And by the way, the alien dude is back. So it looks like Professor Willow's just kind of like gone for a little bit, and we're just gonna be stuck with this guy, which is perfectly fine. I actually really like that they added the Ultra Recon Squad. It's kind of fun. So now we have to catch 5 Shadow Pokemon, make 3 nice curveball throws in a row, and defeat 5 Team Go Rocket grunts. Very easy. Let's go. Page 2 of 6 is completed. Let's get these berries, and then we will get our final rewards. No encounter this time, it looks like. Just Stardust, some Great Balls, and of course some XP. And now we can move on to page number 3 after Mr. Alien Dude's done talking. And now we have to purify 5 shadows, defeat 5 more Team Go Rocket grunts, and earn 3 candies while walking with your buddy. Time to bring out Ramen the Magikarp, because that'll be a lot faster. We're now done with page 3. Let's claim our 3,000 XP in total, and then our final rewards. Still no encounter, but 15 Great Balls and a Rocket Radar. Love getting those, and of course XP. And now we're probably gonna have to beat up each one of the leaders, which is perfect. Yep, Arlo, Cliff, and Sierra. Best thing is, right here in this college campus, I've actually seen one of each of them in here, so this worked out really well. Also, just to show you real quick, that when you beat a grunt during this weekend event, it will actually give you 2 Rocket Radar pieces, so just give me a second. There it is. This is going to make a radar for me. This is a busted time to go after leaders. If you can find grunts, which they are everywhere, get as many radars as possible. You can't stack them, unfortunately, but find a leader, get that radar, make another one. This weekend is going to be disgusting for this. And it looks like our first Team Go Rocket leader is going to be Sierra, and this is her team. She starts off with a Squirtle, which can be shiny. By the way, all the Kanto starters are the new Shiny Shadows, which is insane, especially that Charmander for that Charizard. But anyways, let's get back to her team. So she can have a Squirtle in the beginning, and then in the second slot, there can either be a Blaziken, a Lapras, or a Blastoise, so pretty good potential for having an electric type in there to take care of most of that stuff. And her last Pokemon could either be a Houndoom, a Nidoqueen, or a Drapion, which means probably use a ground type. Though every single one of those Pokemon are weak to ground types, so let's build a team real quick and let's fight her. And this is the team that I've come up with. We have a Shadow Electivire with Thunder Shock, Thunder Punch, and Wild Charge. Very good against every single one of those water types. I also have the Excadrill in here. That's really good against all the poison and the fire types, and this could also work against the Blaziken as well, as long as the Blaziken, you know, doesn't have anything. Well, actually, I think Blaziken literally has a move that would take this thing out really fast, so that's why we also brought in Swampert, which is pretty good against all the fire types. So this is a good team, pretty rounded team. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can defeat Sierra on the first go. We should be fine, because the first thing we need to do is get rid of the shields, and that's what Electivire is here for. Not only is he super effective, but he also has Thunder Punch just to charge up really fast, so there we go. Looks like the Squirtle has Tackle, which isn't the best situation, but let's just build up some energy real fast, and then we're gonna start throwing some Thunder Punches. The upside to Tackle is that Tackle doesn't really gain a lot of energy. It does do damage pretty quickly, but it's not really something that you could really, you know, like, get a ton of moves off with. So that actually works for us, but there's their first move. We're gonna have to shield it because we don't want Electivire going away, and it's always good because there's a little bit of a delay after each attack. So there's Aqua Tail, not very effective, but still would have done a lot of damage as a leader Pokemon. Throw one more of these Thunder Punches, and then we're out of shields for them, and that's perfect, because obviously we want to start throwing some massive damage in, especially with the next Pokemon. If it is hopefully a Lapras or a Blastoise, we're going to be pretty set when it comes down to energy. So let's see what comes in. We've got a Lapras, perfect. And we've got 2 Wild Charges ready to go on a Shadow Electivire, which is the #1 electric type Pokemon in this game, period. So let's hit it with Wild Charge number 1. Bang. Beautiful, look at that. All right, you know what? I think we could actually just throw a Thunder Punch and we'd probably take this thing out, hopefully. So let us throw a Thunder Punch and see what happens. Bang, perfect. All right, so as you can see, Electivire just did a lot of work there. And the last Pokemon is Nidoqueen, which literally is completely resistant, but we're gonna do damage because any damage is good damage. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch into Excadrill, and there we go. All right, so we got some damage in there. We're just gonna switch in real quick to him, and then we're gonna throw a Drill Run real fast. Here we go. Excellent on the Drill Run. Almost takes out the Nidoqueen. We can just quickly fast move it down, and just like that, we took out Sierra, no problem at all. It was actually a pretty good run. Let's see, will our first ever Sierra give us a Shiny Shadow Squirtle right here? It did not. All right, well, that's unfortunate, but let's catch this and find the other two leaders. Next up, we have Arlo, and he has the most prized one. He has the Charmander, which means he has the chance of giving us that Shiny Shadow Charizard, and I really want it. But this is what his team consists of. His first Pokemon will be Charmander, can be shiny. His second Pokemon will either be a Salamence, a Mawile, or a Charizard, and his third Pokemon will either be a Gardevoir, a Scizor, or a Steelix. So a lot of things you could bring in here. Rock types are going to be pretty useful against the first Pokemon. Obviously, Charmander will get destroyed by a rock type, and then obviously Salamence and Charizard will both be very weak to rock types. And then when it comes down to the Mawile and the Scizor and the Steelix, a fire type like a Charizard would work really well. And Gardevoir, it hits really hard, but obviously a steel type would work really well. So you could also bring a thing like an Excadrill in. Excadrill could take care of Steelix and Gardevoir, and also the Mawile as well, as long as the Mawile doesn't have Fire Fang. So let's dive into the battle. And this is the team I am running. I have a Rampardos, I have a Charizard, and an Excadrill. Let's dive in and see how it does. Now, Rampardos is squishy, but it does a lot of damage, so the Charmander should go away really quickly, but it doesn't really build up energy too fast, so we'll see how it goes. This can either have Scratch, which it does, or it can have Ember. Both are resistant by the Rock-type Pokemon, so there we go. As you see, Rampardos just absolutely destroys Charmanders. The next Pokemon is unfortunately Mawile, but let's just throw a Rock Slide in here real fast, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit it a few more times to get some energy, but I wanna know what the next, what the move is on this thing, because if it has Fire Fang, we're not changing into its Fire Fang. Okay, cool. So we're gonna switch into Charizard, because Charizard actually resists the fire moves, because if I brought in the Excadrill there, these Fire Fangs would have absolutely destroyed me. And now we're just gonna throw a Dragon Claw just to, you know, get rid of a shield. We don't need to charge this one up, because obviously they're going to block it. There we go. And now we can farm some energy here, and whatever's next, the Charizard will have a good chance against. I'm hoping it's Scizor, because Scizor would get melted. It's Steelix, but that's still perfectly fine. Again, hopefully it doesn't have... Okay, cool. It's using, I think, Iron Tail, but it could have Thunder Fang, which wouldn't be great against a Charizard, but luckily Charizard has Blast Burn, and Blast Burn does just so much damage. God, that's so beautiful. I think we could probably get away with actually throwing a Dragon Claw here, and then just, you know, fire spinning down, because unfortunately dragon moves are resistant by steel types, but you know, whatever, right? Okay, well actually that didn't do a lot of damage at all, but let's just throw in a couple more fire spins, and just like that, we took out Arlo super quickly. That was actually faster than when we took down Sierra, so let us see. Do we get lucky and get a Shiny Shadow Charmander? I really hope so. 3, 2, 1, Yellowmander. No, oh man, I really want this one. And last but certainly not least, we have Cliff, and his first Pokemon will be a Bulbasaur. His middle Pokemon will either be a Venusaur, a Crobat, or an Amistar, so obviously a Psychic type like Mewtwo would do a lot of work on pretty much all of those, really, or a Fighting type for the Amistar. And then his final Pokemon can be either a Tyranitar, a Torterra, or a Swampert. Again, a Fighting type Lucario would do really good against the Tyranitar. As for the Torterra and the Swampert, I mean, Mewtwo could do a lot of work to them for sure, so honestly, that really takes care of a lot of them. I don't really know what a third Pokemon would be for these. Maybe like a... Grass type would be really good against the Swampert, and then obviously an Ice type would be good against the Torterra, but... yeah, honestly, I don't really know what the last Pokemon would be. This is the team I'm gonna use. I've got a Shadow Mewtwo, I've got a 100% Lucario, and I've got myself a Roserade. Let's see how it does against Clifford. Hopefully, this one will go as quickly. Unfortunately, the Mewtwo does have Psycho Cut, which charges fast, but Confusion would also do more work here. But since Bulbasaur is just a pure... actually, no, it's not a pure grass type. Awesome, it is a grass and poison type. The infographic I was looking at said it was just pure grass. So this is great. We can build up some energy here, and we're gonna have to throw a Psy Strike so it doesn't, you know, Vine Whip us down, but this is actually really good for us because now Mewtwo actually has a huge advantage against a lot of Cliff's Pokemon. So now we're gonna get that delay, we're gonna get a little bit more energy here, and also we're gonna have to use a shield, but this works out fine because we're not taking any more damage, so it's not like the worst situation. What did it have? Seed Bomb? It would have taken out the Mewtwo, so it's a good thing that we blocked that. And now we have plenty of energy to at least get rid of one more shield, and it looks like our next Pokemon is Venusaur. Awesome, perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's just use a Psy Strike real quick. Unfortunately, it's going to get blocked, but the next Psy Strike is going to absolutely devastate this Venusaur. So let's build up a little bit more energy and then throw the Psy Strike. Let's see what a Shadow Mewtwo can do against a Shadow Venusaur. I'm not gonna say it's gonna one-shot it, but it's definitely gonna do a lot of work here. Or it's gonna one-shot. Wow, okay, see? Shadow Mewtwo is amazing. Downside is now we have the Tyranitar, and none of the moves I have on this thing really are gonna do that much. I'm gonna use the Shadow Ball just cause we have the energy and damage is damage, right? But yeah, it doesn't do a lot. So now we just throw in the Lucario. Lucario is just gonna go in there and start countering away. It has Bite. I don't think we have to worry about it. I think we're just gonna counter. You know what? No, maybe we have to throw a Power-Up Punch. Okay, well, I didn't realize those bites were gonna be doing so much, but okay. Throw the Power-Up Punch in here. It's gonna delay him, and it's also gonna take him out. Perfect. See? Very quick battles. These teams are not that hard to beat. You know, like the Lapras was really hard with Sierra beforehand, because you could get double Lapras. This is relatively easy. You can pretty much defeat these super easily. So hopefully we'll get ourselves a Shiny Shadow Bulbasaur, but what? That's not it, unfortunately. And a 378. I don't know if that's good, but it would be cool if it was. Now let's claim page 4 of 6, where it looks like we're gonna get 4,500 XP. And now we're gonna get our Super Rocket Radar finally, and we can hunt down Giovanni. All we gotta do is find him, battle him, and beat him. We'll claim all of that. But before we actually do all of that, I'm sure you're wondering, is Shadow Latios worth going for? To be honest with you, there's plenty of other ones that would be a better fit. Things like Shadow Mewtwo, Shadow Moltres, also a really good one, Shadow Raikou, an amazing electric type. And then for future things, seeing that we're getting Gen 3 legendaries right now, more than likely Shadow Groudon, Shadow Kyogre, and Shadow Rayquaza are gonna be a thing, and they are going to be insanely good. So if you want to hold off on actually using the Super Rocket Radar right now, I'd suggest doing it just because Shadow Latios really isn't that worth it, but in the end of the day, it's completely up to you. And it looks like there's actually a Giovanni right here. Could be a decoy, but we'll see what happens. Oh my God, it's really him! We didn't even have to move. That is like the best thing ever. All right, well, I guess we have to battle him. Let's do it. So to battle Giovanni, I'm just gonna use the same team I used for Ladios. There's Swampert here with Hydro Cannon, very spammy. We also have the Lucario in there, very spammy. And then the Togekiss at the end for the Latios, because, I mean, Togekiss is just a monster. So let's see what happens. Now, I know I just said that Latios isn't really worth it, but, you know, as a content creator, I gotta show you how to beat it, so I'm going to show you how to beat it real quick. I don't mind using these Rocket Radars. I'm sure we're gonna have repeats in the future. So let's just build up some energy here, and then we're going to switch into the Lucario. And now Lucario can build up some energy, had a little bit of a delay there, and it doesn't look like the Persian actually has Scratch, which is really good, because Scratch on a Persian is ridiculous. Persian has a really high attack strength, so even if it's something that is resisted with the Shadow bonus and the insane boost to its CP, it's just a complete monster to go against. So I'm very happy that this one doesn't have that, so this Lucario will actually live a little longer than I actually thought it would. So there we go. We got rid of the shields, build it up here. Also, I do have Shadow Ball on this thing, so that could be used against the Latios, just depending on what this is. Rhyperior, oh my God, hell yeah, that's amazing. Downside, it does have a ground move, so that's not gonna be very good for my Lucario, but let's just see. Maybe we'll get lucky and we can just keep spamming. Oh my God, yeah, no, yeah, looks like we're losing the Lucario. That ground move literally just nuked my Lucario, which is sad. I was hoping that it wouldn't do that, but yeah, it looks like we're losing him. Or are we not, though? Come on, get him, get him, get him, get him. One more. Oh, okay, you know what? It's fine. It is what it is. Let's just get Togekiss in here. Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad. Man, Lucario almost made it, and it was so powered up at that point. But now we have Latios here, and we can pretty much just charm this guy down, but it looks like it has Zen Headbutt, which is doing some work here. Maybe we'll get lucky and get the boost on this thing? That would be pretty nice. I almost never get this when I want it, but maybe we'll get it this time. It's not gonna do a lot of damage, but boost time. Nope, we didn't get it, that's fine. Okay, well, hopefully they make it to a move so we can just kind of delay them. Or we just take him out with Charm. As you can see, it's pretty simple to take out Giovanni. It's not that hard at all, you know what I mean? So, there we go. We won. Hopefully our Latios will be good. And what are we gonna get for rewards? 8 max potions, we're gonna get 4 max revives, and that's it, apparently. All right, cool. Let's see it. Here it is, Shadow Latios. Super cool. 821, absolutely no idea if it's good. Also, I think these are a guaranteed catch as long as you hit it, so we'll just throw a silver pineapple on this thing, and let's hit it when it's done attacking. Boom. Just get hit it with a nice... I think this is guaranteed. I think that they can't run from you. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. We got it. No fighting at all. Maybe it'll be good. It'd be cool if it was, right? So let's see it. 1, 2, 3. Nope, not that great at all. 12, 6, 9, I want to say. It's okay. You know, I wanted it for the Shadow decks as well, so there we go. Shadow Ladios, pretty cool Pokemon, but with that, we're completely done, but we do actually have to claim our final rewards here. So we're gonna get those maxes, we're gonna get those ultras, we're gonna get some max revives, which is great. And these rewards, we're gonna get ourselves a lucky egg, some golden raspberries, and of course 3,000 XP, and we're done. Cool. Just skip through the dialogue. I suck at reading this stuff in front of you guys. So let's claim our 7,500 XP. Man, you get a lot of XP for this. I probably should have popped an egg for this stuff. And then it looks like we're gonna get ourselves a charge TM, a fast TM, and some silver pineapples. And with that, we are officially done with the quest. You know, the crazy thing right now is I literally have only been out here for like an hour and we took care of this entire thing. So not a hard quest to beat at all. The leaders are very easy. Giovanni, as you just saw, was a pretty simple boss to defeat. All in all, pretty simple. Good luck to you guys. Hopefully you get some good stuff. Hopefully you get those shiny shadows. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Love your faces.